All right. I've gone ahead and kicked off the recording. This is the very first mission in a new cycle here called In the Courts of the Lords of the Expanse. Um, cool. So, does anybody have any last minute things, or are we ready to just jump right into this?
Been, I've been waiting to come here for so long.
Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and make
Yeah, I
sure.
feel like spending character points would be disingenuous. I want to spend character points on like Scholar, but no, I didn't know we were coming here. This is great.
Oh, cool. So I forgot. I put everyone here on the main map. So if you've never used this map before, feel free to like zoom up on any of these planets. You can see if you go see the deep core, you can see where camp is. You can scroll down a little bit. You can see Fondor and the Tapani sector. If you click on those, you should be able to click on those. A little thing in the upper left hand corner comes up called information. If you click that and then re-click on any one of these, it'll ask who you are. I can apparently show different information to different people, but I don't do that. It will actually give you information about any of these planets because a bunch of them we've made up or changed things. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. But you can get an idea of where the Tapani sector is in the greater galaxy now because this is where it's at. All right, that said, let's get the exposition dump underway. All right, so this should be a familiar sight to everybody. We're back in the old Jedi Council chambers on Coruscant. It is the day after Life Day. We've had some crazy Life Days in the past. Um, this one didn't have as many twists and turns, and it didn't have an after party like some years, which is good um,
They
because
stopped inviting us.
it's good. So now everyone is reasonably sober enough to attend this briefing with Calamas in the morning, with the exception probably being Rim. Um, I don't know, maybe Katira.
Taz didn't show up.
All right, so
Guess you knew you were going to be there, man.
Mr. Rusty, when are you gonna take us home?
Kids, the adults are talking. You wait your turn. What's your names again?
Told you he doesn't know our name. I'm gonna figure this puzzle out.
all right, so uh, okay, so Cal looks around. So everyone is sitting inside the Jedi Council chambers and says, "Well, I hope you're all rested and ready for what I'm about to present to you. I think there's a lot of things we got to get through, and I'm not sure why those children are still hanging around."
I'll
So
tie him up. Sorry.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. So let's talk about Dala. She has slowed down in her efforts since what happened on camp just recently. Some of our spies have noticed that there's not much movement within her camp and internally with her inner circle. It looks like she's pulling back some of her fleet, and we're not quite sure what her next move will be. But we do know she knows who all of you are, and we've asked a lot of all of you, and we have. I would say we've fairly compensated you all, but un-
One way of putting it.
unfortunately, we believe this has made all of you a target um, for Dala and her forces. So something I mentioned earlier um, that sort of makes this new opportunity so unique is invitations to the Sector Lord's Ball in the Tapani sector. So let's talk about the Tapani sector. Just to refresh everyone's memory for people who might not be as familiar with the Tapani sector. So first, they were one of the first sectors to defect from the Empire after the Battle of Endor. But that's not because they were loyal to the old Republic or fervent admirers of the Rebel Alliance. It's because they are fiercely independent. Secondly, we had their most important member in friendly custody, is a good term for it, maybe, until recently, Octavian Grant, the last Grand Admiral. This sort of gave us some sort of leverage or influence over the Tapani lords. There wouldn't be any outright aggression from the Tapani sector while we had one of their most celebrated members in our service itself. And he was living well under the protection of the New Republic, so we did engender some goodwill from the populace. I'm not certain how Grant will change the balance of power within the sector, and as some of you have even met him, and some of you may be distantly related, he looks Rim's way. I think you could be advocates for the New Republic, and I know most of you aren't, officially agents of the New Republic, but you can at least advocate that they don't try to start any sort of war with us. And third, we tracked one of Dalla's fleet as it entered and progressed through their defenses. Something that this group here engineered, and that ship, we were able to track it going inside the Tapani sector, but we've sort of lost its trail within one of their bypasses. So all of that together sort of adds up to this unique opportunity. And finally, we know Dalla's targeting all of you. She does have spies. She does have assassins. She knows she can't fight you head on. So that's, again, what makes this opportunity so unique. So the Sector Lords Ball is the largest event in the Tapani sector, in Tapani High Society, Lower Society, to the free world, to people that are just interested in understanding what's going on. It is very public. It is shown all over the hollows. This would be putting yourselves in these very public spaces where everything's recorded, and it would be very difficult for any sort of untoward behavior to happen. We'll need to make sure that you all are prepared if you're going to go to this, both with knowledge of the sector and savviness, because intrigue and diplomacy will be a big part of this event. I mean, also dancing and dueling may also help. So this mission, if you choose to accept it, would send all of you to the Tapani sector, mainly to gather information, but also to promote the New Republic. So let me put this out here. Okay. So mission 1 would be to understand Grant's goals and understand the new power dynamic in the sector. Number 2 would be investigate the missing Star Destroyer. 3, just be good representatives, promote the New Republic. And Kenneth must have messed with my slides here. So in doing this, while many would consider going to the Tapani sector and this prestigious event a reward in itself, we can also negotiate some kind of compensation as well. But I wanted to first get your thoughts, and then I'll talk a little bit about the Tapani sector nobles, so you understand the situation that you're going in. How does this whole package sound to everybody?
I mean,
Uh,
compensation sounds nice. It'd be nice to get that once.
It's got the
uh,
double D's, dueling and dancing. I'm down.
Zuda is internally dreading this mission because he thought he had escaped these high society circles to escape to a life of adventure and violence, and now he's back in the endless drama of rich people and all their stupid rich people things that they preoccupy themselves with.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You should invite your dad.
If I could get him out of the house.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
the wealthy are like bon calamari lobsters, man. They squeal real loud when they feel the heat.
I don't know if that was a sexual joke or just a real comment.
Hey, take it like you want, man.
Just like the lobster.
Oh, Cal, you're really losing that decorum.
Okay, well, I'm hoping people get this out of their system. Okay, so if people want compensation, we can talk compensation. I feel like everything's been fair in the past. We can sort of continue with that practice. All right, so
What's the goal of the Star Destroyer?
well, you tell me. You reported that Star Destroyer was going into the Tapani sector.
Are we to have a requisition looking to just bullet? What do we do? Locate it?
Yeah, locate it would be great. Understanding the condition it's in. We're not asking you to engage and take on the Star Destroyer, but understanding.
If we steal this one, I want to keep it.
Yeah. You never ask us to, but somehow we always end up finding a way to engage.
You know, there's an interesting thing here where, as the New Republic, we're sort of in a debate internally about how big we keep our military versus how big we allow local militias to get. You can tell that a good chunk of the New Republic is we're trying to disarm and show the world that or the galaxy that we're not what the Emperor's military machine was. While we do have our fleets out there, we're coming up on certain debates on how large we should leave local militias. And if you go into the Tapani sector, they have their own Star Destroyers as well. The only person who has their own civilian Star Destroyers, Booster Tarek. But Bota, you have a large warship of your own that we've been happy to just sort of ignore. Mainly because it doesn't get out very much. And I don't even know who's piloting it or where it is.
Neither does Bota.
That makes all of us. All right. Any other things before I go on to explain the Tapani sector a little bit? All right. So Cal says, let's do Tapani sector 101. Take a look at these 7 symbols. Overly detailed, perhaps? Neon colored? Not hard to draw on things? These all are true, but these 7 symbols here represent the 7 major houses in the Tapani sector. The Tapani sector itself is a large collection of mathematically impossible to exist all close to each other. A lot of mostly habitable planets. Those planets are sort of lorded over by these different houses that sort of fight and feud with each other. It's inside the Tapani sector. It's isolated, so you have these huge amount of planets with a wealth of resources, but there's only a couple of ways in or out. Those ways in or out is controlled by some of these Tapani houses, and there's a group of they call themselves the League of Free Worlds that sort of exist on the fringes along the trade route. Unofficially, some outsiders may call it the Eighth House. They do have their own military as well, but there's sort of a loose-knit collection of smaller planets that are trade partners. But anyways, back to these 7 houses. Okay, so let's look at this one first. Can everyone see this little? It's like a little lizard with wings. Okay, so that's House Barnaba. They are a noble house that is considered a little hedonistic. They're of all the noble houses. They're more focused on establishing fashion trends, discovering new vacation spots, fads, and fashionable causes rather than sector politics. They are rivals with Massetti, allies with Melantha. We're going to go over to this sword over here. That's House Cadrian. So they initially broke away from House Pelagia, and upon its founding, they allowed a lot of wealthy outsiders to join, which is unique because a lot of these houses, old, very established families that sort of run everything and have for generations. This allowed a lot of new people to come in, including a bunch of rich people who wanted to purchase titles, and a number of non-humans hold powerful positions in this house. This one in the middle is House Calypsa. They own a large number of mining worlds and a large transportation fleet. They are the most...
The good guys.
What's that?
They're the good guys, right?
I would consider Pelagia as probably the good guys.
Ah, well.
They are the most conservative of houses. They care very little for red tape and politics and focus more on managing their large number of planets. They sometimes are seen as impatient and boorish by other houses as they don't participate. They'll be at the ball, of course, but they won't be the life of the party. This green cat dragon, that's House Massetti, which our friend Rim here is also part of. They are the most aggressive, and some would describe as most arrogant of all the houses. House Massetti has the most influence on the Tapani sector, has the biggest presence in the larger galaxy outside the Tapani sector. Octavian Grant is a member, and they have the biggest military strength out of all the different houses. They have large multi-sector corporations, diversified resource planets, shipyards, extensive spy net. They are the most self-sufficient house as well, whereas a lot of these planets have mining and or just agricultural planets or just city planets, and specialize sort of in one vertical. They've diversified, and it sort of led to them not needing anybody else and becoming this powerhouse. This one that looks like... Go for
Sorry,
it.
Rem just nods as you say your things, like he approves of your description.
like the approval. House Rena, the one that looks like the metallic ram skull. So this is a small and utterly dependent house on Massetti. They're surrounded and completely landlocked by Massetti territory, and they have kind of resigned themselves to saying, hey, we know we're a lesser house, but what we're going to do here is focus on education and other pursuits. So they have a extensive university system, and they, aren't as they're a little bit more reserved than Massetti is in itself. House Melantha up here with the brambles is one of the traditionally the biggest houses in the Tapani sector. They were originally the house that the person who created the Tapani sector and united it. Well, I guess wouldn't create it, but united it. Shea Tapani. She was from this house. She united the Tapani sector, and this house ruled the sector for 16 generations. It went into slight decline, and they were able to gain prestige back by allying very closely with the Empire. Now, if it wasn't for Octavian Grant becoming such a celebrity in both Imperial and Tapani sector, or in the Tapani sector, Melantha would be the Imperial superstars. They've lost a lot of that prestige in the following years, and that brings us to Pelagia. So this was before the rise of the Empire, was on par with Massetti in terms of military strength and influence. However, they violently opposed the Empire, and most of their military was decimated when the Empire came in and took control of the sector, and they were punished as a house, and they lost a large number of their worlds to House Calypso. And so if you take a look at the top three, those are traditionally been some of the larger, more important houses, whereas you could make an argument that now Calypso, might should be up there as well, but that's sort of these 7 houses. Now, if you don't remember the names or the symbols, that's fine. I'll be sharing a dossier with everyone afterward. All you really have to do is sort of remember the names, remember the attitudes, and I think Rim here could probably help you out with some of that.
It's been so useful in the past.
Rem kind of looks over and is like, the only house you really need to know is Massetti.
I don't know. It sounded well. All right. Yeah. Sure. Sure.
All right, so here you are. You're now armed with the knowledge, right? You're armed with the knowledge of these different houses. You all have invitations to the Sector Lord's Ball. It's not happening right away. So if you wanted to do other things first, you could. You could go a little bit early and gather information. Fondor sits right on the edge of the the League of the Free Worlds, that is that loose knit alliance just right outside the Tapani sector, and while both Fondor and Thyphera are observing members, they're not full-fledged members. But if the League of Free Worlds could get someone like Fondor, that would actually make them a pretty big powerhouse in the area. You could go early to Fondor for the diplomatic summit. You could go undercover early. You could go visit one of the houses, as New Republic representatives. I'm sure we could arrange for you to go to any of these different houses, as either New Republic representatives, or if you wanted to do it your own way as you usually do, you could do that. You could visit with one of them, get information, meet them, maybe become allies with some of the people there. Or you could spend the time preparing elsewhere or do something else. If anybody here has suggestions. So what I'm going to do is pause there for a minute so people can think about it. I'm going to pull out everyone's token so you could kind of just, as you talk through it, vote on what you want to do. And I don't think Sparky gets a vote, so I'm not putting him out there. He's going wherever you go, Jimmy, no matter what. Whoops. Drew's not here.
These are facts.
Look at how big Rusty is.
Rusty gets like 4 votes.
Big Rusty.
No, I can't control my token. Let's drop one.
Oh, Rim's big too. Yeah, you can do that. Oh, I see. I put them all on the map layer. Fun.
Oh.
Okay. Everyone should be able to do it now. And if you want to talk through these too, like, feel free.
I cannot move Zoda. Zuda. Can't move Zuda.
Zoda.
I need a
Star Wars soda.
Zuda's looking for his Zoda.
Give me a lemon lime soda.
There you go. Can you do it now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure.
Is it a Zorb?
Okay, Bota.
It sounds like the I'm not able to move mine either, by the way. But it sounds like the Sector Lord's Ball is the kind of high class event that the Frosted Tips would be invited to. I don't know. That's just my thought.
It could be. Should be able to move it now.
Can I? Quad jumper.
Oh, so that's the other thing. Cal says, if you go and you're not going undercover or sneaking in there, everyone will need to fly their own ship. Now, you could put your ship in another ship, but if you fly in and you're a captain of your own ship, you gain more respect than if you were a passenger. Gives you a honorific if you are the captain of your own ship. So everyone should fly in with their ship. Or a ship that they say is theirs.
We all know that your ships come with strings attached.
When was the last time we gave you a ship? Wasn't those Y-Wings?
Exactly.
Okay.
Wasn't it the Y-Wing that you... No, wasn't it the speeders that we didn't come back with?
Yeah, we're out of luck. 3 speeders. That's okay. We'll recover those at some point, unless those Jawas or Ugnaughts decide to dismantle them.
That deep pocket come in handy. And I suppose that the bigger the ship you bring, the better you seem, kind of thing.
I don't know. What do you think, Rim?
Yeah, the bigger Rem. Wait, what's the way to put this? The nicer the ship, the better it'll be for you.
Hmm.
Don't have any nice ships.
It's not so much that. So I'm thinking of I want to go visit undercover or not. House Calypso's should have my ship prepared now. I would hope.
Yeah, they would. with a
And
big House Calypso sigil on the side.
I thought I asked them not to do that because things might get a little awkward,
Well,
but
we'll see.
we'll see. Um, but what I'm thinking is, how ships are expensive. Like so I have that quad jumper, and I'm wondering if I have a ship that could stow the quad jumper in it, but that'd be a big ship. I don't think I have one that big, and I wonder how much one of those costs.
Are you wondering out loud, or are you looking that up on your
I'm
own?
that's above the table. You know, trying to think of how big of a ship. Like, what would that be? Like a bulk miner?
Oh, Zuda, you wanted that Aegis class shuttle, right?
Yeah.
I might
Is
I might have a lead for you. Roll a d6.
oh no.
Oh, no. The world is against you getting this. Getting either.
That's okay.
Says
I've
we've got one for you, but it is in terrible condition. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was used to haul banthas. I can
you
get it for you on a song if you'd like it, but it is in very poor condition.
you know what? Maybe keep that in mind, but don't hold on to that one. For this particular mission, might call for a different kind of ship. I might have to fly back to Rhodia and see if my dad has any of his old Senate transport shuttles that I could borrow.
Hey Dad, do you got any of those old Senate shuttles in the garage that I could dust off? I like it.
I mean, his pride would never allow him to sell it.
Yeah. But you know the sad thing is I just imagine him like every weekend out there waxing it by himself, never flying it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, if this Aegis class shuttle is probably going to be decommissioned if you're not interested. It was called the Buck and Bantha. I don't know if it's because the Bantha's inside bucked or if it just does not steer very well.
Oh, it doesn't steer? I see. Ah, man. Oh, I did really want that ship, but I don't want to I shouldn't pass up this opportunity.
You shouldn't. You should take it. I mean, he's literally offering you a ship, Zuda. Like, he hasn't given us not in quite some time.
All right. I'll take it.
Did you want to know the price?
What
He
is
said
the
he'd get it for a
price?
song. It was a song. You got to sing, Zuda. He said he'd get it for a song.
Yeah, we'll include it in your reward
Well,
since it's in such poor condition.
since I've lost most of my throat, I can't sing very well, but I can't do my traditional Rhodian throat yodeling. But I could try.
I'd like that if you'd like to sing.
Mm, a nice ship. So, I mean, there anything you're offering to let us use, or
Well, we do have New Republic shuttles. We have dignitary shuttles. However, they're not registered to you. I don't know how well received they'll be.
got to bring our own or buy our own? Got it. All right.
You don't have
Noted.
to, but it will put you in a better position with the when you arrive. You'll be in a slightly higher standing with the Tapani folk. It gives
You know,
it gives you an honorific if you're the captain of a ship.
go next wing, go to TIE Fighter,
Why do you have a TIE fighter?
saved Ibis with it. I don't know what to tell you.
Hmm.
It's been a minute. It was this whole thing. Got lots of stuff you don't have to know about, Cal. Shouldn't have mentioned it. Sorry, forget I said it.
I will. But you don't have to decide all the ships right now. We just have to decide what you want to do. So it looks like we're split a little bit, but it looks like more people are aiming to go early, whether it's going undercover in the sector or go to Fondor for diplomatic summit. Or no, we got 2 people that want to go as New Republic representatives.
No, I want to visit home, man. I'd like to invite you all to my home.
Would you be well received returning to House Massetti?
Rem thinks he's well received everywhere.
Uh-oh.
Name a place that wouldn't receive me well.
Bota would have wanna. That bar's rough.
All right, well, it's on you guys to figure out the next move. So try to convince each other, because either way, we'll need to figure out what we want to do
And just
next.
thinking if we go
Uh-oh,
announcing this New Republic, we're not much information on our
sorry, you were cutting
Yeah.
up there a little bit. What'd you say?
If we go announcing ourselves a New Republic, then we're probably not going to get that much information.
That's true.
Wait, let me reiterate.
You want to go as the something else in that? You want to be like
I am definitely not part of the New Republic. I'm looking to go home to my hero's welcome. Anyone who wants to join me, I'm sure would be treated pretty well.
Could I all right.
House Calypsa is allied with Massetti.
Right. I don't need everyone else to come with me. I'll just I can meet you there at some point. Gotta go buy a ship and stuff.
Wait, are you saying you want
Rem's
to...
looking at Rusty and he's like, "Come on, man. Come on. Let's go have fun."
I don't even know how you guys would stay undercover. We're too well known now in the galaxy, aren't we?
Well, Rim doesn't even want to go undercover. He wants to just go home. But he's a part of House Massetti, so he could get everyone in the door to going there, I guess.
And if Massetti doesn't have the Star Destroyer, then that really probably won't help us too much unless they're sharing information with other houses.
Everything kind of went quiet with that Star Destroyer.
Well, he's saying that House Massetti, if they don't have information on the Star Destroyer, then they're stuck just being with, or you all are stuck with just being with Massetti. But, I mean, you could ingratiate yourselves with Massetti, so you could potentially have an ally.
There's worse places to be stuck, let me tell you that right now.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I made bad plays before. Where showed up in a room, bunch of people showed up, picked a random guy. Turned out he was a Hut. I mean, I knew that at the time, but he was a Hut, and he turned out to be real bad. But I'm hitching my wagon to one of these houses. It's gonna happen, I'm sure.
I like the hustle.
I might be a bad judge of character, but I'm gonna judge character.
What was it? If you're going to align yourself with one of the houses, why are you going in undercover?
So, again, above the table or above the, not as Katira. I want to go in. I'm willing to go in kind of separate of everyone else and meet them wherever they want to go. But I want to go and see House Calypsa, and I have a what's it called, quad jumper that I want to deliver to them, and I feel like it'd be a good courier for their mining operations and maybe ingratiate me a little. And I would like to pick up my starship, and I can fly that about from there. But that's my thought for what Katira would want to do. So she'd kind of be like, "I'll meet you guys later. So wherever you decide, I'll meet you there. When we're all flying in on our own, right? So
Yeah, everyone will have their
Yeah.
own ship. So, okay. So you're saying everyone else do your thing. I'll catch up like a day or two later.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's my thought.
Okay. So Katira will do her thing. I'll put you off to the side. Okay. But now it looks like we have 2 people that want to go early to Fondor for the diplomatic summit, and 3 people that want to go just go early and then go to House Massetti. And Jimmy, we don't have you lined up on there.
Yeah, I just realized my character wasn't on there. I think Joe and Jimmy would either want to go with Bota early or just go with the party and just go with the house. The other thing that Jimmy was thinking is like, we can get the band back together. We can bring back the Frosted Tips. We got the whole crew now. we got our star player. We got our Wookiee back.
You could
If
bring
that's
back...
something we want to do.
True.
You're just missing the frosted tip man himself.
Here we are. Oh, that's right. He's not in here. Ah, dang it. That's right. Sorry,
Yeah,
I forgot.
that's okay. Blaine's just playing. I feel like at this point, Blaine is now just doing like a Duke Silver thing in his own bar, except he's actually pretty terrible at his action, and everyone knows who he is, and they're just
my gosh.
politely clapping for him.
Politely clapping.
You did get that pretty cool jizz horn.
Really just jizz wailing. This is the band Jizz Wailers Anonymous.
I mean, I figure Imperial class Star Destroyer disappearing, what better place to go than a Fondor shipyard if it needed to kind of be hidden away amongst a bunch of other garbage.
Okay, let's clarify something. So, 1, Fondor is outside of the Tapani sector. So, but they could have seen it go in.
Right.
The Fondor shipyards are probably 3rd in the galaxy in terms of what they produce. And then 4, Fondor is actually really interesting because they exist just slightly off the free worlds and try to stay away from too much Tapani politics. But the League of the Free Trade, what is it called? The League of Free Worlds have really wanted them to get involved because they would be such a powerhouse. They are an interesting people as well. There's only 5 billion population that lives on Fondor. Everything else is automated or sort of done by machinery. And then Fondorians themselves are near humans. They don't have any hair at all, and they have purple blood. Like they're.
I just feel like if you're gonna get information, you're gonna get it from somewhere outside of the houses. They don't have anything to lose really, and more opportunity to gather intel.
Well, maybe you could stop by there on the way. It is on the way. You could at least stop by and tour their facilities.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's up to you guys. Would the people that want to go with Rem back to his house mind a slight detour to get a tour of the Fondor shipyards?
I mean, who doesn't want to go back and visit Tarkin's old stomping grounds?
Jimmy's all about that junk, so he'd raise his hand quickly.
There are a lot of droids, and there is a lot of junk on the planet.
Jimmy, but for the detour.
How does that sound with everybody else?
I'm good with that.
Oh, works for me.
Okay.
I mean, I could look for maybe a droid to be a DJ. I got a coupon to fix it up.
That's right, you did.
So I'm down.
Could use that Life Day coupon.
How are you doing with that, Rim?
Yeah, all right.
All right. Yeah, whatever.
I feel like we're just wasting some time before we get some nice whiskey, but all right.
Okay, sounds good. Give me a minute or two. I gotta take a quick bio break, and I'll get the Fondor stuff set up. So I'll be back in just like 5 minutes.
Let's all go to the Fondor.
There we go.
Man, I gotta like buy a ship or something, pay for somebody to transport something. I don't know what to do here.
Oh,
I want to buy it.
actually, that's
Actually,
while I do this, everyone figure out if they want to take a ship, and if so, what ship should that be? And I'll be back. And also,
Can I
Whatever-
borrow?
random ships we picked up along the way that I don't know if we've ever figured out who actually owns them,
Did we?
or if you want to sell.
Did we?
them.
Did we sell that luxury ship that needed repair?
That
So we-
you have an amazing luxury yacht that
Yeah.
that we all took from.
oh yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
wish
Yeah.
that I had that.
So
I
that-
would have taken that if I had any claim to it. but
Yeah,
I
we
don't.
never-
I thought that was a Rem ship, no?
Everyone,
Pretty sure Jimmy claimed that the penthouse. Steven.
Rem, I want you to know that you missed actually like participating enough in Life Day to know that Katira put a gift in the pile that was intended for Rem and included a ship, and she gave it to little children instead because she's going to start her own street gang. Rusty's Runts.
You know,
I
I
like it.
still
all right, I'll
like
be
it.
back.
don't know how I feel about that. My conscience is not cool.
Can we go home now? You know, she's been a lot nicer than Mr. Rusty.
Hey, kid,
Yeah.
can Uncle Rusty borrow your ship? Cause I need a ride share.
We don't have a ship. You brought us here. He doesn't
Oh.
even know how to get us home.
You are home.
Uh-oh.
Children, what do you think about starting a new life? I'm gonna be your Mary Poppins. Go on big adventures. This is an interesting conundrum that I got in my head. Really only trust one of my ships, and I don't know how I'm gonna get that one home.
This is out of character, but how many ships does Katira have? You have that big battleship, right?
So, big battleship. What big battleship?
I thought you had the cruiser we took to one of the battles, and we were all
yeah.
in it.
Yeah, that got wrecked.
Oh, is it still wrecked? Did they get repaired yet?
That's the one that Katira wants to go to pick up because
Oh,
she convinced someone from House Calypsa to repair it.
got it.
Yeah, and but I want to go pick it up, but I got to bring another ship to get there to pick it up. It's the whole thing. Katira has well, she had 3 starfighters. She gave one away. When the kids finally figure out their puzzle, they will get one of them.
Figure out the puzzles.
But she put the keys to a Defender starfighter that she won in a Dejaric tournament in the Dejaric board that was her life day gift.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
And she's got 4 space transports, and she also gave a 5th space transport away to the Jawa King in order to absolve Jawa Jimmy's debt. And she, what else did I do? Oh, she's got the quad jumper, and she's going to give that to House Calypsa as a courier vessel.
We also have a battleship, right? We also have the battleship we just stole from the Imperials. Oh my gosh, I just forgot oh my gosh, what are they called?
The Ariadu Authority.
Ariadu Authority. Yeah, we just stole their giant battleship or their mini.
You
battleship.
stole a luxury 5,000 yacht that was like modified on the interior to hold, basically to. It looks really nice as a luxury yacht, and it's got a lot of cargo space inside.
Yeah, would that be worth taking for us to fix up and take that to the event?
I mean, it's flyable. It's in good condition.
Yeah, right. It's flyable. Would that make sense to bring that along? Be curious as.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, do you guys bring it as one ship or as multiple ships? I don't know.
Part of me thinks.
Bota's got a lot of ships.
Oh, that's right. Bota, what do you got?
Bota's got 3 capital ships, 5 space transports, and 2 starfighters.
We should just bring the Dauntless. Why not? It never comes out to play anymore.
Yeah. Bring it.
I think it only needs a crew of like 300 to get it going.
Jimmy, did you sell the Teeny Dancer?
No, I still have it. I was thinking about selling it, so I could get. I was thinking about getting another ship to upgrade. I think I have like that racing stripe on it, like a white racing stripe on it.
Yeah.
To make it go faster. However, what are you doing to your hood of the truck? Oh, I'm using the spec hex to put speed holes in it. Make the car go faster.
What is this? Zuda has a starfighter that he could definitely sell to Katira if he ever wanted to.
I mean, I did just get a new ship, although.
Hey, so Katira is definitely interested. I've put a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but what does she got? She's got knowledge, Mandalorian, scholar at 60. So she spent some points studying Mandalorians. She'd be interested in buying the ship if you ever presented it to her, but she doesn't know about it. So that's a.
Wait, which ship?
Zuda's got a Mandalorian starfighter.
Oh, the Skik?
Yeah.
You can use it to help fund repairs on the Aegis.
Yeah, I'm looking for a buyer.
It'll be a reasonable price.
I mean, let's just.
Why don't we just?
Why don't we just say that you cover the cost of the repairs to the Aegis, and the ship is yours?
Well, that is dangerous. I don't know how much that costs, but certainly interested.
Let's just lease a ship for a month.
Everyone lease it?
We'll just get like some crazy, like high-end luxury yacht.
Like the one that you have?
I was thinking about that one that's what's it called? I think it's called like the Stinger.
I don't know it.
Yeah, I'm
So
put in.
this is what you guys have. On a side note, it's just modified.
How did
And
that come about? I don't remember. Like, how did we steal that? We stole it from.
so that was the ship that you guys got brought to Dathomir on, and after you surrendered on whatever why can't I remember the name of the planet that you are on? Whatever planet.
Raffle?
And
Yeah,
on
Raffle.
Raffle, yeah. And then we pretty much everybody was either left for dead or they jetted with the pirate ships. And so you guys took that when you left the planet.
Who did we steal this from?
That was the very end of the Call of the Deadly Nightshade mission arc.
Yeah. I mean, was this a pirate? Did the pirates own this, or did we just randomly find it and steal it? I can't remember.
You basically determined that it belonged to a member of the Ariado Authority.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Who was a potential sexual deviant.
Oh, that's right. I think we had to do a full scrub down on this ship.
Yeah. So I'll do that. Zuda. I'll pay for those repairs. I don't know. I have no idea how much that costs, but not even gonna look. So Katira's interested. Why not? Sure. It's gonna be way more than it would cost to buy one of those ships if I ever could find one. But I've never seen one before, so I'll buy it. I'm super interested.
It's interesting because it's modded, so it has a hyperspace drive.
I'm already sold. You don't have to sell me more. And Katira will I would like to pay for a courier to deliver that quad jumper. And Katira will take her. You know what? I'll take Elzandel. I want to take a ship that I know the New Republic hasn't had their hands on, because I don't trust Calumos to not put some tracker on my ship and like listen to my conversations or something.
Classic Cal.
So
yeah, he's been known to do that in the past.
Okay, so I'm just getting a couple of things ready. Okay, so are you saying you have the ship that you want to take to when you go? Wait, so actually here, Katira, you're going to go to Fondor with everyone, or are you just going to skip that and not go?
Well, I mean, it's up to you. So Katira would go. She would basically leave from here and pay a courier to deliver that quad jumper, and then head to Karuska? What's their planet? Calypso's to Calypsa. Karuska's gems are what they mine. In order to pick up the Wookiee punch. And possibly discuss, like see if there's any information she can glean. But if that means that she doesn't go to Fondor, that's okay. So it's up to you.
No,
but she would leave from here, and then she would go to meet them wherever.
Nah, I don't want to exclude you from this. Maybe you stop on Fondor on the way. Okay, so let's talk Fondor. I need to know what ships people are traveling in, and if they're bringing anything special that isn't normally on their character sheet. Who has their ship picked out?
Does Rem have that fire spray?
No.
Bro, he
took
it.
That's Aelin Vale's ship. She would let you take it. She's still here. You can still talk to her. She's still on Coruscant.
Does she want to come with?
I can ask her. I don't know if you have a ticket, but she might want to go.
Mostly, I just want to drive the ship again. I don't know. Does Rem? I don't know that Rem has a ship.
No, but you have enough money. You could buy a ship.
Hmm.
You have to roll to see if you could find it, but you could buy a ship. You have
So there's what I'll do.
75,000 credits.
What kind of
Here's
ship could I get for 75,000 credits?
You want a ship, Rem? I'll sell you a ship.
I love the deals tonight.
Could have upgraded my bargaining.
Here, let me give you a couple of links, and you could just look through them. Okay,
I'll rent you a ship for 25,000 credits, Rem. Just saying.
There's that one. Okay. Here is one more.
Were you sending me on roll 20?
Yeah, it's on roll 20.
Cool.
So that's mainly older stuff. Here is some newer things. That also has speeders and vehicles in there. But you can go through and look through those, and then depending on what type of ship it is, we'll have to roll to see if you can find it.
Oh, Rem can find it, alright.
I don't know what that means, and I'm not going to ask. Here is one last one. So these are probably the three. Honestly, I would, if I didn't have to work, I would just put all those together, and you'd have all those stats in one spot. Okay, take a look at those. Okay, so Katira, you said you're going to pay for Zuda's repairs in exchange for a starfighter, pays for a courier to deliver quad jumper to Calypsa, and you would take the Sleuth Scout to Calypsa, pick up the Wookiee Punch, and meet up with the group. What are you going to do with the Sleuth Scout once you get it to Calypsa?
I mean, I'll maybe ask if I'll let them know that if they ever want to visit, that's a good ship that I know that nobody's put anything in that they can visit. So it's a
loan.
It's not registered to Katira.
Okay,
Right?
so
'Cause she just got it from Anahuac.
You're going to deliver a quad jumper and say, "Here, this is for your mining operations as a gift." Sleuth Scout, this is on loan. Come visit me sometime.
Yeah.
Wow, you're shedding ships as fast as you're buying them.
I just got rid of 3 ships and bought one. Yeah, I got rid of the Defender Starfighter, gave it to those kids, just gave a starship to little children. The Sleuth Scout to Calypsa, the Quad Jumper to Calypsa. The Sleuth Scout's on loan, like it's my ship, but it's not registered to anyone, so it's a good go between, right?
Yep.
I can't fly it back. Can't fly 2 ships at once. Not possible.
Sounds like
Not
you're
Rem.
not trying hard enough.
I'm sure Rem could pull it off. He's amazing.
Okay, so that all works and that makes sense. But the one thing about Zuda's repairs, I don't know if his repairs would be done in time to fly out there in that ship.
Yeah, no idea.
Zuda, do you want to? Were you hoping to fly in the Aegis shuttle, or are you gonna go back to Rhodia and get one of your dad's transports?
I feel like for this particular mission, I don't think it would be good to have a representative of the Republic show up in a ship that smells like Banta Poodoo. So
yeah.
So yes, I will be heading back to Rhodia to see if I can pick up one of my dad's ships from his garage.
Let's okay, so I don't know, you've been rolling horribly the last couple times we played for these luck rolls. but let's roll to see. So he, at the very least, he's gonna have a diplomatic shuttle. Let's roll a d6 and see if he has any other random nice ones. The higher, the better. 5. Fantastic. Let's see. Maybe he has. Oh, here. There's that really fancy diplomatic shuttle.
For everybody else, if you don't have a ship and you want to borrow one, then you can fly the Crucible 2. The droid brain in it can be a little bit talkative, just saying. But you can take it there. You're responsible for any repairs that you incur.
Okay,
Plus 10%.
before we get to that, Rob, do you have a fancy shuttle you want? Because a 5 is really good. I mean, you could pick something out, or I can.
Oh, I didn't have anything in mind.
Okay, let me pull out one of the nice old diplomatic ships. Okay, yeah, this is a fancy one. What if you had? Let's see. Does it make okay? You are more into Clone Wars rules than me. Would an Edda class shuttle make sense?
Yes.
Would that and we could that. I guess if it's good enough for. Oh, what if it was a Republic executive shuttle? That, but without the evil. Well, maybe a little evil. All right, how's that?
It's most likely it's the second one because Zuda's father being still a hard-on for imperial design aesthetic would have tried to keep the executive shuttle rather than an Edda class shuttle.
Cool. Do you have any interactions with your dad or your sister or your mom? Are they all still living there?
I definitely don't ask my parents. I just approach my sister and ask her if it's still in the garage, and then I just take it.
I imagine she runs inside to get like something for you and comes back out and you're already flying away.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so Zuda's going to take a Edda class Republic executive shuttle. In a different world, this could be a lot like Ferris Bueller's Day Out with that shuttle.
Exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, all right, before I give this back, I need to like fly it backwards on a space wheel.
I love it. And then kick it down a cliff. Yep.
So I want to try to buy a Corellian space transport.
Okay. Do you have a link for it?
Yeah, it's in the first book. I mean, pages 48, 49, or 50.
Okay.
Or the randcorpet.com.
Okay, let me pull this up.
Book. It looks like used, depending on the model, they go from 20 to 30K.
Okay, wait. Which? Okay, Carillion. What's the name of it one more time?
Like a YT 1300. It's the same. It's like the Millennium Falcon ship.
Oh, you want to buy a
YT 1300.
You want to buy a YT 1300?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Probably also going to need a droid that can fly it because I don't have any piloting skill.
Okay.
Neither do I.
All right, cool. So you want the YT 1300 for you. Okay, go ahead and let's see. What is the availability? Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6. You just don't want to roll one. But I'm sure you could find it on Coruscant. Okay. Now, did you want to buy it new or used?
Used. I definitely don't have enough money to buy it new.
Okay. Do you want to try to bargain?
Sure.
However, if you're not a good bargainer, you probably shouldn't. Or if you don't have any skill in it.
I mean, I've got 3D plus 2 in business. That's different than bargaining.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, business is running your tax business. Bargaining would be just haggling over it. And then once you get into the haggle mode, whomever wins changes the price.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's me.
Okay, and
Yeah.
there is two different variations of the YT 1300. There's the freight variation where it can transport cargo, and there is the passenger version where it has a bunch of I mean, it can still do some cargo, but less. It's more about a passenger transport.
I will do the passenger transport.
Okay, give me 1 minute here, and I am going to pull something up. Hang on 1 second.
Right.
I gotta tell everyone, it is so nice having all of my books just here and available and out and about, so I can just like pull out this one, okay, so there's a source book where they give you different names. For ships, they also give you different quirks you ships will have. Okay, here we go. So you can buy it for 25,000. Let's see, there is. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to roll 1d6. Oh, actually, hold on. The table is way bigger. Go ahead and roll 1d100.
Can we just translate the 6 on the 1d6 to a
Sure.
100 on the 1d100?
Or, hey,
Oh,
there it
hey, you
is.
know what? Never mind. That's fine.
Oh, it's actually okay. Go ahead and roll twice more.
Also, D100s?
Yes, please. Okay, 57. Okay. And 12. And let's do one last thing here. Okay. Here's a couple of things about your new ship.
Okay.
All right. It has a very noticeable paint job. Ship has an obvious and garish livery painted across its hull. Stand out.
That's the shagging your taxes banner that I put on it so that I could claim it as a business expense and take a tax deduction on it.
You're gonna need to repaint it, but you can absolutely put that on top. It looks like it's a giant Minoc sort of painted across it with a rainbow trailing behind it. And the 12. Okay, and you'll find out the 12 later. And the last bit with the Minoc and the rainbow. Let's see. The ship's name was originally where was it? I'm getting lost in all my tabs here. I'm gonna call it. It was called the Sultry Sucker.
Sounds just like what Jowkazza likes. It's a sultry sucker.
Okay.
Yep, and it's got so you can get the paint change pretty easily. So if you do want if you do want them to just paint over that and put shag in your taxes, you could pay to have that done.
All right. I'll do that.
Okay, so that'll be so you also have to pay a couple of registration fees, etc. Background check with the. You can choose a new name and they'll register it for you now with this, and then they'll repaint your ship. So that you just want it gray with shagging your taxes on it.
Yes.
Okay, so that'll cost another 1,000. What would you like to rename it?
Oh man. I'll call it the Shaggin' Mobile.
Okay.
The shag shit. Let's see. Yeah, the shag shit.
Shag ship?
Yeah.
Okay, the shag ship. You got it. Okay. Zuda. Okay. Zuda has his ship. Jowkazza has his ship. Luke, you say you want to take the Dauntless?
Yeah, I just got to find 1,200 people.
It's been a while. It is near. I think it's still near Ibis because remember it got damaged during the battle that we had with Thrawn's forces, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then a lot of the but actually that's right. A lot of the original crew were like, hey, we're gonna settle down and start training people how to use these ships.
Yeah, we
and
should.
weapons.
I thought that they were training the Abyssian people.
Hey, you could
Mhm.
you could ask a favor and see if either you could convince the pirate crew to do one last mission for you, or if you could convince the Ibis people to man your ship.
Yeah, I'll ask the Abyssian people. They owe me.
You keep taking out their leader or their ambassador on to Life Day. I think they owe you
That's
at this
right.
point.
Now I'm calling in my favor.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, let's see. That would be. I don't know if they would be reluctant, but I would want you to roll your persuasion. See how well
Okay.
how well your initial request is received.
All right. Luckily, I think I. Oh wait, maybe I didn't work on my persuasion last time around. I can't remember if I changed that one or not.
I think you have 8D in persuasion, which is pretty high.
Let me check really quick. I can't remember. Yep, 8D. All right, let's see how this goes.
Hey, it's heroic. I'd say that goes
Yay.
pretty well. I mean, considering the
I think
average
they.
is 24. Okay. So it has been over the planet. That is where you left it last.
I'm gonna summon it.
Yeah, they after everything that you and others have done for the planet, including liberating them, bringing them into the greater galaxy, helping ensure that they got to keep the Star Destroyer to protect their planet, and then also make sure that they kept the Pangsta, and then also bring the person who subjugated the planet to justice. They will staff your ship. Now, they've been training for what? When was David? How long ago was Ibis from in the game?
Game. Let me give me just a second. Grab this. This is in here.
That was like what,
In real
three or
life.
4 years ago?
Oh,
9 ABY. So I don't know if we've entered into 12 yet, but
okay, been a couple of years.
it was 9 ABY.
Okay, so
At least 2 years.
At least 2, probably 2.5, at least, maybe 3. We never decided if it's 12 or not. Okay, so yeah, this is you have not used the ship in a while, but there's a small skeleton crew of the pirates. I'd say maybe 5% that are still sort of invested in the ship, and the Ibis people who fixed it up for you, a year and a half ago. They've sort of been keeping it around, so they're going to staff it. It's going to be more than the bare minimum because the Ibis people aren't, they're not the most well trained on how to fly the ship. So you may not have the most technically gifted or trained group, but you'll have enough people to fly it.
All right. Awesome.
All right. So that they'll head towards Coruscant, and or they can head towards Fondor. Up to you. Do you want them to come to Fondor, pick you up, or meet you up? Or sorry, do you want them to come to Coruscant, pick you up, or do you want them to go right to Fondor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get this into Coruscant. See if we have a yard large enough to hold it.
Okay.
Rem is also ready to ask if he can purchase a ship.
You got it. What do you want?
The Baudu Star Yacht. I typed it into whatchamacallit.
Oh,
Roll20.
nice. Yeah, this is a good one. This is... Yeah.
You know, Rem, he's always rolling in style.
Okay, wait. But you see the price of it?
Wait, where's the price?
It's like 400,000.
If it's new. If it's used, it's 250,000.
Can a brother get a loan?
Thought you were rolling in it.
Apparently not enough.
You have 74,000 credits. So
Well,
you
how much do I have to put down
need
right now?
100.
What's my interest rate, my friend?
There you go.
Yeah, you could.
Over
should
how long?
Can I
Just
put
get
it
a
on
corporate
Massetti's
sponsor.
tab?
Hey, wait, Katira might loan you the money right here.
Yeah, I mean, Rem, what are you gonna do for
10%.
me?
So what can I do for you?
Yeah,
How
aside
about
from,
we set up
give
a
me a
payment plan?
give me a percentage and tell me, look, Rem, here's the thing. Of all the places, of all the times that you could ask for this, you've asked this on the night of my goddaughter's wedding. Yeah, those Rusty's runts, they're getting married on Tapani. No. Look, Rem, one, I want you tell me an interest rate, and then of all the times you could ask for this, we're going to Tapani Sector, a place that I would love to ingratiate myself with your house. Because I'd like to see what kind of a bridge might be built there. And if you can accomplish something, we can talk about a variable loan, right? By which I mean you set a loan range, and if you can accomplish it, we'll take the low end of that range. And if you can't accomplish it, we'll take the high end of the range.
All right, intriguing proposition. Well, I am pretty good at building bridges.
If you can ingratiate with me with House Massetti, then I'll give you. How many credits does he need?
A lot.
Like 150,000.
Yeah.
More, I think, right?
Well, if you want to be completely broke, you need
He'll be ship rich and
you need
credit poor.
100. The whole saying. 100. You need 176,000 credits.
I'll tell you what, Rem. If you can ingratiate me with House Massetti, I'll give you the money, and you give me 150,000 credits back. If you can't ingratiate me with House Massetti, I'll give you the money, and you give me 250,000 credits back.
Oh.
So if you can do this, I'm
It's a
basically
$100,000 deal.
right. So if you can do this, then I will let you. I'll basically give you 30,000 credits, and you pay me the rest back. But if you can't, then I want all the money back, and some more.
Now, I might need a little bit of spending money when we're there. How about this?
A little flash cash.
How about?
But also, what does ingratiate mean? Let's define that.
Yeah, they know your name now.
Let's.
I need to be in a highly positive light.
We love you, sir.
I need to be. How about this? The highest honor that can be given to. If you can accomplish the highest honor that can be given to an outsider, which I think is reaching knightdom, according to my little astromech, because Katira has an astromech that has Tapani Sector knowledge, then then I will give you this, and I'll only expect. What am I giving him? 175,000 credits.
Yeah.
I'll give you this, and I'll take. This is the dumbest thing. I'll take 75 back, right?
Oh my gosh.
So I'm basically giving you 100,000 credits to make me a knight with the Massetti. But other than that, if you can, like very strong positive relationship. So let's see. I need to write this down to think about what I'm saying here.
Okay. And you'll probably need another 1,000 credits if you want to paint it and register it as well. And then you'll be completely broke unless you start Rem, you start selling things. You do have things on your character you might want to sell.
And they said you couldn't buy royalty.
Oh, that's right. I have all those things that I stole from that other yacht.
Wait, you have 16,000 credits in jewelry. And
Yeah,
and 19,000 credits in precious gems. I love how you're like, I need to borrow like $250,000, and you have like precious gems falling out of your pockets.
It's like the Monopoly man.
So Rim, pull up your sheets. This just means you might just need to borrow a little bit less, but you also will want to have money to spend on things. If you go on your sheet on Roll20, go down to equipment, and you should see 6 boxes. On the middle bottom one, you should see some of your random things that you picked up.
Hold on. Character sheet, and then at the bottom.
Yeah, where it says equipment. Do you see that?
Oh yeah. Fancy clothes, comlink, datapad. Nice.
But look at you have jewelry and gems. Those aren't necessarily exactly what they'll spend or sell for. Because it's like any RPG, there's a value and then there's what people will pay for them. So, you could sell some of those to raise some money.
All right. Well, how about this? Rem is gonna look to borrow 200 from Katira. If you become a knight, I'll pay you 100 back. If you are ingratiated, I will pay you the 200 back. And if nothing happens, then I'll give you an extra 50,000 credits on top of paying the 200 back.
Okay, and if all you accomplish is an introduction, then 200 and 10% interest, or 5% interest, so 210,000.
All right.
If all it gets an
Sounds
intro,
good.
then 10,000 extra credits.
Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna have to listen to this back, but I agree to the terms. And if I become a knight, I'll add. If I get myself to be a knight, then just even, you just give me the money back. But if you make me a knight, then I agree with you. You have to be the motive force in this. If Katira does it on her own, you ain't getting no free money.
All right, sounds good.
Wait, but
sounds reasonable.
Here's the last thing. I've been making everyone roll for their ships to see if you can actually find it.
Okay.
So roll a d6, and you just don't want a 1. You could probably find it. It's just harder. Okay, so you found it.
Now, since it's a 5, is it one in very good condition?
Yeah, it's in pretty good condition here. So
maybe in the color of my choice.
Roll 1d100 and let's see what kind of quirk it has. Okay, so let's So it is a bright yellow. It with some red striping, and as you are inspecting it, you notice that this ship. Okay, go ahead and roll one other D100. $24. Okay. Okay, here you go. So, as you go through and you're looking at the ship, the salesman goes, "Yep, this used to belong to, this used to belong to somebody that was important on. Where is the planet? On Malastair. So as you go through and you check the credentials, this person was not the senator of Malastair, but somebody who worked for the senator of Malastair. You don't quite know what you could do with this information, but it seems your ship has a diplomatic past.
Awesome. Diplomatic pass.
Diplomatic
And-
immunity.
Um,
So that's what I got, Rem. You just type agree if you agree to these terms.
okay, so the name of this ship is called the, it's called the Maiden Voyage. So here's the thing.
Maiden voyage.
Yep, you can pay 1,000 credits to get it repainted and renamed, or if you'd like to. You'll have to pay them some money regardless to register it in your name and have the transponder be set to you.
Okay.
But do you want
I
to
have to think
change the
about the
name?
colors though and the name. Yeah, I do, but I have to think about it.
Okay, so right now it's the Maiden Voyage.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'm really glad I'm recording this because my notes are like 2 pages long at this point. Okay. So here we go. We got Jimmy, Rusty. Okay. Just what ships would you like to take?
Yeah,
Either of you.
I was just gonna. Jimmy's gonna take. Jimmy will take the cruiser that we repaired from the luxury cruiser. So Jimmy will take that.
Okay. Unless anybody has a problem with Jimmy taking the ship that we all took. I don't think so. It's nice. Cool. I bet Sparky will hate it. Also, there's no junk anywhere.
Not yet.
Okay, Rusty, what do you want to do?
Oh, Rusty hasn't flown in a long time since he got that that
FUI.
the influence. Yeah, I got that FUI. So it's been a while, guys. Anything? Anybody got a spare ship I can maybe fly?
You probably don't want to take Hell's Anvil, but you can take the Crucible too. Or, if Boda's got a ship. Boda's got a lot of ships. It's got some Lambda shuttles. It's got a ship that almost killed that Mandalorian at one time. It's got some other ship.
I think they have a couple, Imperial shuttles that are. I think one of them is pretty decked out, actually.
I mean, they don't have to be pretty. I don't want to, ding your ship up here.
I'll tell you what. If you don't crash it, then I don't want it back.
All right.
Wait.
That's a good deal.
Wait, wait, you do have that fancy Imperial shuttle that we stole from the Veltmore.
Yeah, exactly.
Veltmore's Pride, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fancy ship. That's a fancy shuttle. Okay. All right. I think we have
Take
everyone's
it.
ship.
Go for a ride. Test it out. See if you like it.
All right. Is that a name?
The Veltmore's Pride.
Hmm.
We could rename it Rusty's Kids.
I was thinking, if it's fancy, I don't know if I want the kids on it.
How about-
You could have like a radio spot. 1-800 Rusty's Kids.
The Rust Bucket.
I actually heard that car promo last night, and I thought about the kid. All right. What's the interior like? Is it velvety? Can I call it the Velvet Lady?
It is fancy. It is a really nice. This seems like it was like the executive model. Like you had some fancy people sitting in this.
I've had some real rough buckets in the past, so I don't know. This is pretty nice.
You feel like you're getting it dirty as you try to navigate the controls.
I'm gonna take my shoes off when I enter.
That would be such a funny thing if they did that in Star Wars, where, like, as if people are going in the ships, like, take your shoes off, take your shoes off.
Well, they are now on my ship. Everyone's gonna get the Velvet Lady dirty. It's me.
Mr. Rusty, are you taking us to the big thing on
Damn,
that place?
Scared me, kids. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You're taking them to the ball. I don't know if they have tickets.
No, you guys gotta stay hidden. All right? Come on now. I thought you were going with Katira's crazy old ball. Gonna turn you into killer's plan.
Do you want us to do that?
No. Come on. Did a lot. Ride the good path. All right, just stay in the shuttle, but don't touch anything. But you can't come to the ball. You understand?
What's this do?
Don't stop it. I don't know yet. I just got it.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I need everyone to roll their astrogation, and we're gonna see who gets there first. Astrogation's under mechanical. If you don't have it, hopefully you have a astromech droid with you that can roll mechanical, and then I've got everyone's. I will look up everyone's hyperspace multiplier because that'll impact who gets there first.
I definitely won't be there first.
How does somebody get an astromech droid?
That's another 100,000 credits.
God damn it.
That's 100,000 credits?
It just requires you with another deal with the devil.
Are you looking for an astromech droid?
Oh, I forgot to mention you needed that just to start the ship.
I mean, should I just roll my 2d6?
Oh my gosh. There goes Katira's ship.
There
It's
goes
not my
Katira's
stupid
credits.
It's money.
He was never seen from again.
He found his own
Hey,
shipping lane.
I feel you, man. I only got a 2D in mechanical. I hope one of these kids can do some math.
You could buy an astromech droid before you go.
An R2 astromech with a oh, he doesn't, does he? Oh, an astrogation of 5D is 4,500 credits roughly.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Oh man. I guess I have to sell that jewelry and stuff after all.
I'm sure the Veltmore's Pride has an astromech unit on it, Rusty.
You could just trade the jewelry.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh,
some.
Yeah, I'll
just
trade that
checking
for an
the back.
astromech droid if that's a thing I can do.
And
Yeah.
an
let's-
R1 unit, significantly less impressive, 3,500 credits.
Okay. So you're gonna give $5,000 worth of jewels for an astromech droid. What a weird mission this is.
Oh man, it's got a bad motivator. Hey, Jimmy, what are you trying to push on them?
My foot up your exhaust will be my motivator.
Oh man, Rusty, how much would it cost? You gotta get the discount to improve your droid's astromech to get there first.
No, I don't need to be there first. It's cool. I just gotta get there.
Okay, so Rem, you're just going for a standard R2 astromech, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just subtract the. Here we go. Okay, so here's. I want you to roll 2d6s. Sorry, 3d6s.
Uh-oh.
315.
Okay, this is
I
more.
can't be
This is
good.
more just for flavor.
Okay.
Okay, so your astromech droid is it's the body of the astromech droid is all blue, and its highlights are orange. I don't know if those
Okay.
really go together, but that's the color of your droid. And
Okay. Kind of an R2 BB-8 mashup. Got it. Got it.
Yep. Tell you what, Rem, I will
uh,
I will pay 50 credits to paint this thing all gold for you.
I'm tempted, but I'm a little in debt as it is.
okay.
Yeah, well, Jimmy knows where to get a racing stripe on the cheap.
So it's one trait is that it makes a the noises it makes is very, it doesn't sound like a normal astromech droid. it makes I don't know how to put this into words. Just reading
Churtle.
it. Chortle. No, it's more like okay, I get it. I had to look up a synonym. It makes more like cat purring noises.
Okay.
It says its name, so it's R272, but it likes to be called Nuzzle.
Nuzzle?
That's what it said.
All right. Well, all right, Nuzzle.
It makes a little purring noise.
So, what is its what do I roll now that I have one?
You would roll 5d6. Okay. 17.
It's pretty right down the middle right there, huh?
Mm. We got a 17, 18, 15, 17.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay.
Wait, what does Rusty do?
That's right.
Pray. Oh, okay.
He doesn't know how he's
Mr.
going
Rusty,
to handle
I read about
having
this.
3
Can I
kids
try
in
it?
the cockpit with him.
Mr. Rusty, can I push the lever?
No, just oh gosh, just try to like find some music in the back or something. All right.
Wait, Katira, what did you take again? You took your Star Sleuth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Sleuth Scout. which is-
A24 Sleuth Scout. Ooh, okay.
Really?
You're the only one that has a ×1. Let's see. Jimmy, you got 15. Bota, did you roll astrogation, or you could have a navigator on your ship? Oh, you had a captain. I don't know if you still have him.
And I also imagine that the Dauntless is probably one of the slowest ships.
It has a ×2, which everyone else has except for Katira.
All right. I'll roll for it, but I got a feeling I'm going to be dead last.
I mean, and you got a special.
That's special astrogation.
Well, no, keep rolling. Hey, and another special. 23.
There you go.
Okay, now, Katira, are you aiming to beat everybody by a mile, or are you just want to get a little bit ahead of them?
No, like she would want to get there a bit ahead of them and kind of ideally be waiting for them when they get to wherever they're at, and not even talk about what she did beforehand.
Yeah,
And she would
Katira
spend her
wants to
time in
be there.
hyperspace conversing with G Unit on his he's got a Tapani Sector cultures of 5D and bureaucracy of 4D. So just trying to learn a little bit about Tapani on the way there. And just asking the Astromart questions. But yeah, I'd want to beat him by a bit. And basically arrive, like they would see Katira arrive with the Wookiee punch. However it looks, you could describe it.
Katira wants to be there to roll out the red carpet for us.
Oh, right. Wait. So we're saying you're doing your drop off with Calypsa and then coming back because you're not a regular.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to do that. Okay. That's fine. That's better for me. Because I guess you could. I mean, yours would be twice as fast as all of their other, all the other ships. So, because you have a ×1 motivator.
Oh yeah. This is good.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Okay, so what's on your ship? It's you and you have like you have your droid, right?
Yeah. R2G7.
All right.
And any of Rusty's kids that want to come along with me, they're, more than welcome to learn how to practice pickpocketing and knife throwing and
Come on,
And give it back
kids.
to Rusty.
No can't save you from everything.
but I'll save you from her.
Well, let me fix this. Okay, can you see this map now?
Yep.
Hey, there we go. Okay, so you're approaching Fondor. So you come out of hyperspace. You've timed it relatively well. So you've dropped off the sleuth ship. You've dropped off the quad jumper. We can roll for those at another time and see how that visit went. But you've timed it so you're expecting them to come out of hyperspace shortly, sort of at the rendezvous point. But as you come out of hyperspace, you notice something.
That's not a planet at all. It's a moon.
Hold on, I gotta do a quick refresh here. There we go. Okay, and so the thing is, you know that they're expecting you. This whole group was announced by the New Republic.
Why are there more? Why are there more showing up? No, just stop. You just stopped at 2.
But for some reason,
more.
Yeah, that's right. 8.
Too many.
But for some, so here's the thing. Aren't you glad you didn't say you wanted to be here like a day before everyone? Okay, so you were supposed to be just, you were announced, they knew you were there, but what you see when you get out, you see a bunch of mining guild ties headed in your direction. They're not calming you, they're not doing anything, and they're a bit further out than I have on here, but they are definitely lined up and heading in your direction. Now you do see...
Life Day payback.
You do see, on your sensors, I'm not going to make you roll for it, there is Gozanti freighters. There's 2 Gozanti freighters, I would say, off the map, way over here. So, while they are flying right at you, there are 2 Gozanti freighters around. So, do with that information as you will. Either way, I'm going to make you roll your sensors in case something happens.
Okay, I'll maneuver towards the Gazanti freighters as if I am, basically in case I'm not to make a faux pas, but to look like, oh, I'm going to get in line to show up and be escorted in. And also put them between me and the ties if possible.
They're a little too far out for that, but let me expand. Maybe I could expand this and it would look a little better. Or maybe it'll look a little worse.
Guys, why are you so slow?
There you go.
Rusty, did you let any kids come with me? I'll let them shoot guns.
Yeah, man. Go for it. They gotta get that gun training in there, man.
Do they? Do they have to?
I mean, they're gonna get it sooner or later, Show them blaster safety. That's all I ask.
Okay. Just gonna draw these freighters. Put them over here. They're not.
So I think that
they're not lined up going towards the planet though. Before you make your move, they're angled away from the planet. I mean, if I were you, I'd either think they're coming for me or they're making a quick escape. But your spidey sense is tingling.
So the ties. Did I try to hail the ties, or did they not hail me? And I haven't done anything.
They did not hail you, and you have not done anything.
I'll hail the ties.
Okay. They continue to head towards you, but don't respond.
And I will maneuver on a similar path to the Gazanti, and I will hail the Gazanti freighters.
All right. The Gazanti freighters do not respond. However, as you come into system, you are hailed by the Fondor Traffic Authority. It is a droid.
I will answer that. Fondor Traffic Authority. This is the Wookiee Punch. Come in, Fondor Traffic Authority.
A droid answers and says, Wookiee Punch, New Republic vessel, piloted by Katira Eve, confirm.
Request landing information for the Wookiee Punch. This is I don't know how they got this. This is New Republic vessel because it's definitely not. I'm not New Republic. And could you explain to me why there's 8 TIE fighters heading towards me?
Mining Guild is in area. Stand by for clearance. Okay, so roll your sensors. They're within shooting range.
I don't like this. Sensors is just a mechanical skill?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure, yep, that's just 4D. I don't know, do I have any benefit as the pilot?
Nope.
On this?
No, it's well actually yeah, what's your sensors on the ship?
Passive is 1D, scan 50 to 2D, search 100 to 3D, and focus to 4D.
Yeah, I thought it would make sense if you get a bonus. But I don't know which one you add, so let me take a quick look at the rulebook.
Guys, how come you're so far behind? Nobody else talking right now.
No one wants to get their nice new ship's paint scratched.
That's right. Taking our sweet time.
Bota to show up. I need Bota to show up in that capital ship right now.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, how far off am I?
I think so. You got a 23. You're next to show up.
All right.
Okay, so here we go.
And I presume that the sensors will allow me to know, like, are their weapons powered up or anything like that? Like, obviously, X-Wings have to lock their S-flows in attack position, but I don't know about TIE fighters here.
I think it's really so the sensor roll is just it's more like a perception roll for
Yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah, so you'd have to make a separate like I'm actually scanning. This is more like I noticed you first on the sensors. So go ahead
Right.
and roll your roll with your scan. Whatever that D is, I think it's usually like 25 and then 1D or something like that. So roll your sensors plus whatever that bonus is.
30.
Whoa.
A lot of 5s and 6s.
So you had 5D in sensors already?
No, I have 4D in mechanical, and my scan is 2D.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Let's see how you do with the.
And if they look like they have weapons brought online, then just as a side note, I don't know how long this will take, but Katira is gonna have G Unit fly the ship.
Can you beat all 8 of their rolls? You're doing it so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if this person doesn't roll above 30, there you go. You go first. Boom. Okay, you got to go first.
All right. So it looks like they're moving in to attack me.
Yep, you can. Yep, their lasers are heating up.
Okay. I will tell G Unit to fly the ship and run evasive because I have no. He can basically kind of like run away from them and bring shields to the back. I'll just kind of like set my because So I'll set shields to the back and tell them to adjust if they come forward, and otherwise, from the pilot seat, I can't actually shoot at them in this ship.
I like how
I
you
don't.
just got this ship back.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and it's in. So that's the next question: is this ship emblazoned with the Calypso logo?
Roll 1d6. Yeah, it's got the Calypso logo, but it's like, it's like a nice, tasteful, like little part right here on the wing.
Okay.
It's not emblazoned, but you would definitely see it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll have him kind of run evasive. I can't shoot anything. There are turbo lasers on this ship, and there's proton torpedoes that the pilot can fire. But other than that, uh, in order to get into anything that can shoot a tie, I need to get into a gunnery well. So I will run. I'll go back to a gunnery well, and I'll kind of. Do I shoot first, guys? Anybody? Nobody's
Whoa,
here.
whoa, whoa.
Great.
Okay, so did you move? Okay, you told the droid to take control of the ship, and the droid will move the
Yeah.
ship in whatever direction you tell it to. Are you going
So I
to
want to.
move?
I want to
Are you going
move.
to angle the shields? Because then
Yeah.
that's the action, and then you could move. Are you going to do two
Right.
actions where you angle the shields, and then you try to take a shot off?
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn. I don't know how far away are these things. Are they a good distance away? I mean, obviously space battle's crazy, but
Yeah, I would say they're. I mean, let's see.
they're they're closing. How long before they come past me? Let's put it that way.
If they stay, I mean, let's see.
Unless so, I mean, you said they were a good distance away. And unless that's different, I will angle the shields towards the back of the ship and tell the droid to steer away from them. Not necessarily really not towards the Gazanti. Like so the Gazanti can see us, but not so that I can come in firing range of the Gazanti cruisers. And I'll set the shields to the back, so that I can kind of absorb fire as they come towards me, and then I'll run towards the gunnery well from there. And I think that would be the turn because it would take, like I envision Katira sitting there like, okay, you go that way, evasive from them, and then she sits there, sets the shields to rear, and then she runs to the gunnery well, and that's probably my turn because it'll probably take the rest of her turn to get to the gunnery well.
Yeah, that makes sense. And in A New Hope, it takes them. They turn everything on. It sort of lights up. Okay, so roll your starship shields, and then I'm gonna make sure you can control this. So,
No, I think that's mechanical too. Yeah,
it is.
I have these skills. So good. 16 on the shields, and
Okay. Yeah, you can do
nobody
that.
else wants to chime in with hey, I'm coming.
So feel free to move it. We're gonna go to this like space squares, so you can move it. Let's see. Okay, your space is 4. So she's slow.
She'll just move that way for now. So I took 4.
Okay. Okay, so you're now being shot upon. Your droid is going to try to do a little maneuver. It already did one action, so this maneuver will be at -1. And your
Because
maneuver,
Katira ran the shields,
but
and then she ran back. The droid's just flying right now.
yeah, but I mean the droid. I guess I didn't make you roll for
No,
starship
it's up
piloting,
to you.
but he did pilot.
Space move. It's whatever. You tell me what negative benefit he gets to it. If this is a second action, it's fine.
Yeah. So second actions, the droid is at 46, and your maneuverability is 2D. So go ahead and do 66.
Okay. Wait. No.
Right.
Katira's got 40 mechanical. The droid's starship piloting is 3D for space transport.
Really?
So yeah. They're really good at astrogation, but they're like his piloting is 3D.
Okay.
So
then yeah, this would be, unless you don't want to dodge it, he'll just keep going. But I assume you want to dodge, so that'd be just 3d6.
So this is a second action, yeah?
Yep.
So his piloting goes to 2D and then plus 2D for maneuverability on the ship brings it to 4D.
4D. Yep, 4D.
Oh, that's good. 23.
Hey, you're rolling really good.
Not good enough.
We'll
Guys.
see.
And I like that I didn't just take the first shot.
Well, that one hit you.
Yep.
Tie goes to you.
Two.
And
Well, at least now you can't be blamed for starting the fight.
That was actually part of my goal. I finally didn't start a fight, guys.
No one was there to see it but you.
Okay, so you angled all the shields to the back, right? So go
Yeah.
ahead, and what I need now is hull plus shields.
All right.
Full strength. So that would be
no bonus, guy.
that'd be 8D, no bonus.
36.
Whew. Hey, you're rolling great.
Jeez.
I know. They don't have a chance.
Of all the ships show up first, this might actually be the best one.
All right. So 2 of them hit you. And they are headed this way now.
Lots of guns.
Okay, Katira, it is your turn.
All right, guys, you could get here anytime now. All right, I'll take shots at the lead. Actually, I'll leave the lead gunner and I'll shoot these 2 in hopes that there's some sort of malfunction that causes the ones behind them to crash into them. And I'll take Starship Gunnery's 5D plus 2D fire control. I'll take, so that's 7. I'll take 1 shot at each. Yeah, why not? So 60.
Okay.
This is for the one right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for the one on the bottom.
Okay. Well, you hit the first one. And tie goes to you. You hit both of them. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Knock it. TIE fighters. 22, 24.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the damage chart for that.
And I'll just over the radio, almost to myself. Damn it! Why didn't I bring those kids? Keep it up, G Unit. You know what? I really wish that we had actually established that Katira brought some of the kids, Rusty.
Yeah, you lost Rusty. He's way in the back.
It would have been so great.
Okay, so the first one hit for 12, severely damaged. That one's roll 1d6.
Five.
All weapons disabled. Which was the one you shot first?
The top.
Okay. It now no longer has any weapons. So let's do.
What's a TIE fighter with no weapons?
I know. Just do that for it. Okay. And the second one you hit, what was that one?
24
Yeah,
against
which of these?
Sorry, that's this guy.
Okay. Boom. That one blew up immediately. All right. Okay. So let's. It's gonna go back to them. They are all gonna shoot again. You still have everything angled. The droid didn't really do anything, right? So let's not have it at the negative. Go ahead and roll your droid's full piloting with the 2D maneuver.
Wait, 5. This is. I don't know. Does the droid get a special die?
We've gone back and forth on that. It should really only be player characters.
I'll say no.
Special die.
What? That's a 20.
Okay.
I didn't explode it.
Okay, let's see here.
And then I presume that he'll maneuver it. They're basically gonna go like this.
Okay. Okay, hit. Second hit.
2 hits.
Okay, so
3 hits.
3 hits.
4 hits.
5 hits.
5 hits.
Okay, but you have very heavy armor and really good shields. So these ships are underpowered from regular ships. So if you roll high enough here, you're good.
Oh, that's great.
Look at all those 6s. There's no way they could even hit you.
Katira, you gotta save some of these rolls.
No, I don't. Look, if you die in space, you die forever.
All right. All right. So they then sort of zoom past you. Also, what happens? Let's see if I can find this.
That sounds like a Sandlot quote.
You die in space, you die forever. I also like to imagine that as this goes on, Rusty's actually going to show up in the Veltmore's Bride, and he'll just be completely just out, exhausted from the kids, just snoring
Sleeping.
at the controls as this space battle goes on around him, and the TIEs won't attack him because he's an Imperial shuttle.
Hey guys, I gotta call it.
All right, man. All good. I think we'll probably end it here in just a minute. So cool.
Yeah.
We'll keep going in 2 weeks.
I'm writing down that it's a binding contract, Rem.
Sounds good.
We've got it recorded.
If you survive this encounter, you mean?
That's true. Hey, congratulations on the ship, man.
Thanks.
I hope it's everything you ever dreamed of.
I'm sure it will be.
And Nuzzle sounds nice too.
Yeah, he's alright. He's grown on me. Alright, see you guys.
Well,
Have a good night, man.
I can't find. I know we've got an image of your ship, Luke, but I can't find it. It's somewhere lost in all of these uploads I've done over the years. I'll find it. I didn't have it at the ready. But anyways, as those mining guild ties rush past Katira and sort of head for the Gazanti, right behind Katira from out of hyperspace comes the Dauntless. Dauntless is almost the size of or almost the length of a Victory class Star Destroyer. It is much thinner, but still a very imposing ship. So, Bota, you come out of hyperspace, and you see, you see the Katira ship. You see a couple of mining guild ties fly away, and yeah.
You see turbo laser fire just blasting out after him.
Yeah, exactly. But they're definitely retreating. So, here we go.
Guess I got here just in time, huh, Katira?
What do you mean just in time? I'm just getting started. Those Gazanti are next. I'm conquering the planet.
In time for you to welcome me.
I will establish myself as a baron within the Tapani Sector. I will rule this planet.
Cool. Well, I think this is probably a good spot to call it. I mean, you guys could go after and try to detain these ships, but they're definitely running away. But I think
could we do 2 shots at the ties as they pass by?
You absolutely can.
Real quick, and then call it there, because that'll kind of end the. Well, I mean, I guess that they shot, and then I shot, and then they shot and passed. But that was I moved on my first turn, so that's 2 full turns. No, you're good. You're good. That's what she would do next, is she would just fire at them as they're passing. Because they would basically be kind of sitting ducks on a turn maneuver, but that would end up a whole nother turn. They would get to move and do the whole thing, so I don't want to get you tied up in that. Yeah,
well, you're good. I mean, the thing here is, the only thing I want to know is, are you guys going to go after these ships? I mean, you do have a huge capital ship here. I just want to make sure I plan that before we start. Otherwise, if you guys decide to just, it's up to you.
So the idea is that a New Republic ambassador shows up in a capital class ship and then deploys his starfighters over a planet in the Tapani Sector as his arrival.
I mean, yeah.
We're here for peace, guys. I think that so I would say that with the Dauntless showing up, I think that Katira would probably take that one more turn to shoot at them as they pass her by, and then realize how stupid it was that she drove towards the Gazanti that they were going towards, and then realize oh, okay, what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she would just take her parting shot basically, and then let whatever happens happen from there.
Okay.
And I, kind of defer to Bota's judgment on that situation. Now that she's got some backup, she might go to like, oh, this guy's actually my friend, and move that way. You know.
Yeah. Well, here's the Dauntless, but it's a really bad and old image of it. Not even colored
Alright.
in. And it's got these big borders. This is before I really knew how to use Roll20. And it's honestly like as big as this map or bigger.
There we go. So you're telling me that those TIE fighters were unescorted?
They were flying to, so they're gonna dock, or they will try to dock with these Gazantes, and probably fly away if you don't stop them.
That's a good point. If like I feel like the calm conversation question will be to go after that Gazanti, because I can mess it up. Like overconfidence / this is an idea, and then you would reply to that with, because she's got turbo lasers and proton torpedoes on her ship, and she'll shoot them.
I think it would make more sense to get a positive ID on those Gazanti class cruisers. See what we're dealing with.
I mean, we could disable one. I'm just saying.
I don't know if they're going to roll out the red carpet for us if the first thing we do is basically create a situation above planet.
You do have tractor beams on the Dauntless too.
I did not shoot first.
Yeah, what did you do?
Like, Bota literally just showed up to Katira in a firefight in a diplomatic mission.
We were
supposed to be going in undercover with a low profile.
Oh, actually, the Dauntless does not have any tractor beams. It has 24 heavy turbo laser cannons, 2 turbo laser batteries, and 8 heavy double laser cannons.
And if we open that thing up, the sky would be filled.
Well, you didn't say you were going to take the Crimson O Squadron with you. So
that's true. I don't have my my 24 ties sitting in there ready to be rolled out.
I guess you could just try to scoop these up.
Just add to them.
These are mine.
I think at this point, you don't really need to do much other than just, be there. It's 7 ties. It takes them a week to get through the ship with just the lasers.
I think their thumbs would probably run out of joystick strength before they got through it.
Yeah, I think, or you might want to test it for science.
All right. I'm not gonna pursue them, but I do think that we should figure out who's registered to the ships that they're docking with, at a minimum.
Okay. I mean, you could definitely find out. You could run your sensors. You've got some good stuff on the ship, and you have people manning it, so you won't have to roll for it. Really, they'll be able to get it. And you're just okay. Well, let's just pause it there. Katira, you can roll 2 parting shots if you want, and then
sure.
If you decide to go after the Gazanti cruisers coming out of hyperspace very soon, and next turn would be Zuda and Rim.
All right. I'll hit those 2 shots.
All right.
Why not?
Roll those, and I think that's where we'll call it.
All right. 5D plus 2D, right? Yep. So -1. I'll take 2 shots at the back end ones. These 2 at the back. See if I can disable one, maybe.
Okay.
Shooting him in the back. But jeez, what the heck?
Oh, these are yeah, that's good. 34 and 25. Yeah, I don't have any ion cannons on this ship, I don't think. So if I was flying my TIE fighter, I'd shoot it with ion cannons, but I've got quad lasers, so 34 and 25.
Oof. Okay, let's see if they can dodge. Oof. All right, you hit both times. Go ahead and roll that damage.
22 and 30. Dang,
Damn, that's some crazy damage.
he did.
Oh, jeez. Blew him away.
you,
Oh my gosh.
Beat him by 15 and 25.
you
Well,
got
15 is
two of
only incapacitated, so he might be just like knocked out in the sky.
roll 1d6.
He made the pilots knocked out because that's all that's left. The rest of the ship is vaporized.
Okay,
4.
4. Main hyperdrive disabled. That doesn't exist. Go roll one more d6.
2.
Hull breach. It breaks apart. So you killed both of them.
Dang it. I really want to bring a pilot in
Well,
for interrogation. All I can do is kill people, Bota.
well, here's the thing. It was a hull breach, so it sort of just falls apart around him.
Oh, they have spacesuits.
They do.
Because they're TIE fighter pilots.
Yep,
Yes.
that is true. I'm trying to find a little icon of a guy, but I'll save that for next time. Okay, so you've been able to ping the ships. You've got one guy floating in space. If you decide to do further retribution, and by all means, if you want to, go for it. We'll do that next mission, and then Zuda and Rem will pop in immediately. Cool. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll see
Yes.
everyone in 2 weeks.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Catch y'all later.
Is this a human?
What?
The
Is it a
pilot?
human? Oh yeah, I'll put this guy down. Does that work? Oh, good job.
What are you doing?
I'm seeing if I can drop a marker on the map.
For the pilot that's stranded out in space?
Yeah.
You won't know.
All right, I'll just type.
Okay. Well, I'll stop the recording there, and let's see. Give everyone 3 character points.